I was on my way to Canterbury, an archaic town of rich diversity, snug within wholesome countryside. Canterbury boasts a mixture of old and contemporary features, yet the most contrasting aspect is its divide in wealth. There are more rough sleepers here than in any other part of Kent, yet Canterbury's cobbled streets are draped in designer outlets. I'm about to meet a friend of mine, an artist, a man of no fixed address but a secure set of morals and a creative mind. This is James Sneddon.
1920s artist Tamara de Lempicka ended up in Paris between the First and Second World War and became sort of darling of the Art Deco scene. That's the magnolia trees. The thing about that picture is it's all out of focus because I put some specs on that weren't right for my eyes that I found on the pavement.
Kurt Cobain, this is my latest masterpiece, which I think is lovely, isn't it? Isn't it nice?
This is the picture that got me into the newspapers, courtesy of Lily Constantine. I like the cherry tree because it does Biddendens, which is particularly good.
Biddendens?
Yes.
What's that, an ale or something?
It's cider, but it's 8%, so it's worth drinking. So.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a litre of that.
Hello, my name's James and je suis un artiste extraordinaire.
How long have you been painting for?
Most of my life I did it as a hobby. I started doing it when I was a kid. I was really young because it was for fun. I used to like to do birds a lot. My grandparents were farmers and I used to spend most of my holidays on the farm.
So when did you first put out your work on the street for people to see?
A couple of years ago, 2 years ago. Because I was so desperate because the DWP have been so awful with me. I don't claim anything because they do their bit to make my life a misery as well, so I just tried to sort of survive without them. And because I can't get a bank account and I can't get any proper ID, it's impossible to get a proper job. So I've had to do something. I don't steal and I don't do the other things that some people do for money either.
Do you remember selling your first piece of work?
So the tree pictures I've got, which are a bit impressionistic, it would have been one of those. And it was probably to a French student who was here on holiday. We just walked through the subway and went, and said, how much? And she pulled all this change out of the pocket and gave it to me.
Do you remember what you spent the money on?
Food, I think.
Yeah.
Food and cigarette papers.
Who inspires you? Which artists?
Lots of them.
Yeah.
But I do like Vincent van Gogh a lot. I like Tamara de Lempicka a lot. When I was a kid, I used to love Picasso and Salvatore Dali. I used to have posters and postcards and pictures up on my bedroom wall.
Did you study art at school or
No, I had
college?
to give it up because when we did O levels, you either went science or you went art, and I went science. It was just a hobby.
So,
and all my mates were arty and musicians. We were in pub bands and they were all make it big and be rock stars, but no one did. 4 years I did no ND, then I did an HND. I did a fair bit of laboratory work for the maltings industry, which is basically nitrogen analysis, how much nitrogen's in barley and in malt. 2 years doing microbiology for a company that supplies Marks and Spencer's with all their sandwiches and deli fillers. I wish when I was younger I knew more about what I could have done, and I would have done something useless but enjoyable, and that's a really bad career move. Because I would have done something arty, I would have done art or philosophy or metaphysics or something a bit odd, and something interesting.
So if you were to look at your 16-year-old self, what would you say to them?
Do it running now. I should have just got the hell out of it earlier on. Got into a lot of trouble and I ended up in prison. Wouldn't want to go, but I went back again afterwards. I was shit scared. I really thought, I've seen all the horrible films, I've seen Shawshank Redemption, I've seen Scum, I've seen the horrible ones they put on the telly. I was absolutely crap at it. I should never have gone. I should never have gone to court. I got sent down on firearms offences. I had an air pistol in my flat, which is not illegal, but because they scrambled 300 response units and sealed off a bit of the town centre and evacuated the block of flats I lived in and surrounded the place with snipers, and I wouldn't come out for 7 hours, I kept telling them to shoot me. It's good, it gets you away from the shit of everyday life.
And at the moment you're living in a tent?
It's better than not having a tent, because I slept for a long time without one, and that could be really bad because I've been bivvy for a long time, and that gets really. It's all right for, if you're out for a couple of days and you just want something to keep the wind and rain off. The only good thing about it is you can roll it up and stick it in your rucksack and carry it around. It doesn't really weigh anything. Massive fire this summer. I got back and found the fire brigade were next to my tent house and down all the foliage around it. They actually rescued my tent and all my stuff. So I'm really grateful to them, because they were stationed out there for 2 days because it was so hot that the tree roots had caught fire. So what was happening is, when the day heated up again, the fires were just springing back up again. There's a lot of people wander through, and they don't really come to Canterbury that often, and they just come and have a look at my work and have a chat with me, and it's actually really nice.
What would you like people to know about you?
Lovely I am, obviously. Talk to me. I won't mug you or kill you. No, most people are generally alright with that. I personally would be wary of homeless people if I wasn't homeless. You to be wary of people you don't know and have a vastly different lifestyle to your own. It's comfortable for some people, isn't it? And there's always that element that they need somebody to look down on or to feel superior to make themselves feel good about themselves.
What would you be doing if you weren't an artist?
I'd be doing a crappy mundane job in a factory and living in a flat and making up for it by drinking too much at the weekends and riding my motorbikes too fast and desperately on the lookout for a tarty female to make me feel better. I'm not sleeping well, and that's affecting me because I don't sleep very well. I'm constantly tired, really tired. I just have to be safe for someone. That's the one thing, is that I'm never actually safe, and I'm aware of that. The people are.
Hi, sorry guys, we're just in the galleries.
Okay.
Thank you.
We will have to know.
Go for a coffee then.
Yeah.
I was in a waiting room and I picked up one of the sort of like magazines. I think it was just I can't remember what magazine it was. But anyway, I was going through the adverts, because often I've used adverts to get models and stuff like that, for pictures of people. To my own pictures. And I realised how unrealistic all the imagery was. It had all been photoshopped, so the eyes were massively too big, the noses were too small, and the mouths were too big as well. So every single face was anatomically incorrect. It was not like any real person. The thing to do is it just feeds off people's insecurity, and you get somebody who's really pretty and goes, if you use this product, you look just like me. But it's not going to happen, is it? Really? I mean, you're going to look like you using that product. The biggest killer of men under 45 is now suicide, apparently. Which is not good. A girl called Liv who and spent a bit of time to survive at the moment. It's just really is day to day. If I'd got the money for another motorbike and got my passport back with me, I'd be off onto the tunnel over into Europe, and I'd probably keep going east until I got warm.
The whole world's watching. What do you want to say?
Be nice to me, please. Then I won't have to murder you all.